Hi, it's Candace, the hippie prepper. So today I want to talk about how to start prepping. If you haven't really started or you want to start and you don't really know where to go, you're just a little overwhelmed with everything and you feel like maybe um, it's just a bit much. So I think this video is probably going to be pretty short because it's a really simple concept and it's something that you can do just sitting down in maybe 10 or 15 minutes. It's really helpful if you can take a day or two to do this, but it's a two-step process, and in total it takes about 3 days, but not very much time initially, and then not very much time per day. So it's about 15 minutes over the course of 3 days. So what we're first going to do, and I have a little notebook here that has it all written out. And so what we're going to do first is I want you to write down everything that you do in a day. Just sit down and think about it. So for us, we all kind of have the same routine, even if we do different things and even if there are days where we have appointments or our schedules aren't consistent, we kind of still have a routine as, just human beings. We kind of get up, do the same thing, have the same rituals that we do each day. So in the morning, I get up, I make the beds, we do worship, then we eat breakfast. I usually go to work, and then within my workday, I'll have laundry and grocery shopping, errands, things like that. We'll then have lunch and or dinner. We'll take a shower. We do kind of 2 meals a day and a snack, so we kind of just eat our snack whenever. And then we'll take showers. We do one more worship session, and then we have bedtime. So after I have my list, what I'm going to do is go back through, and as you can see, I wrote all of my list there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through and I'm going to say exactly what I need for each of those tasks to be comfortable. For me to be able to be comfortable doing those tasks. So to make the bed, I'm going to need probably a good amount of blankets and sheets and pillows. That way I don't have to try to pull everything off and wash it and then wait and my bed's empty and then put another one on. So I'm going to want multiples of those. For worship, we need music. Sometimes we might need a light if it's dark, and we'll need our scriptures and backup scriptures if we have guests over. For breakfast, we'll need food, dish soap, water, plates and silverware, and I'm giving you a sampling, so if you need more than that for your breakfast pots and pans and stuff, make your list more detailed. For work, I need my laptop, Wi-Fi, pens and pencils, my planner, and probably some sticky notes, things like that. For laundry, I'm going to need water, soap, a dryer, and a washer, a way to wash and dry. For grocery shopping, I'm going to need gas, a car. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put in a garden to mitigate, if there's any issues with supply chains. Lunch and dinner, I'm going to need food, dish soap, water, pans, showers. We're going to need water and soap. Hair products, maybe if you like certain hair products, clothing, worship, again, music and lights. And then for bedtime, we're going to be brushing our teeth, so we're going to need toothbrushes and toothpaste, books, jammies, anything for bedtime routine. So as you can see, this whole entire video so far is only about 4 minutes long. So it took me about 4 minutes to go through all of that. What we're doing here is we're creating a baseline. I think that there's a common thought process when we talk about prepping and kind of end of the world kinds of things, crap hits the fan, that our normal routines won't have to happen. It'll be a little bit more like vacation camping where we only have to focus on just bare survival and nothing else, and we can use all of these fancy tools to do that. And in reality, what's closer to it is we're going to have to maintain our normal routines, our work, our school, our activities and everything else, and all of this other stuff is going to be going on. So if we can make preparations to be able to have depth, so we already have things that we use every day, but then depth, more of those things so that we can mitigate against shortages and things that we don't have access to, that's where you can have a good start for preparation. So go ahead and make that list and then say, okay, well, how many blankets do I have? What if one of my blankets had a hole in it or got really destroyed? Do I have extra so that if I can't order from Amazon, if I don't have the money, if it's not available, I still have an extra? See where I'm going with this? So now we're looking at breakfast. The first one's food. How much food do I have? What do we make for breakfast? Okay, well, what if I don't have access to the store? What if I can't get these things? What can I do to help buffer that? So that's the first step. The second step after you make this is to turn your electric and your water off for 1 day. I suggest doing it for 3 days because then you really get an in-depth look, but you can do it for one and still get a good idea of where this is going. So for 1 day, you turn off all your lights and you don't use your faucets. And then you think about, or you just go down and turn your water off. Just shut the water off for a day and go to your box and just shut the electric off. You might not even have to do this for a full day. You can even do this for just a few hours and you're gonna see the concept. And then go through this list. So turn everything off. And again, if you can do this for 1 to 3 days, you can really, really get an in-depth look, but you can do this for 2 hours, you can do this for 15 minutes, you can do it just long enough to go through this list, and you're still gonna understand. So go in and make your bed without electric and water. Okay, so you can probably do that. Now go do worship without electric and water. And now you're starting to see, oh, well, if it's dark outside, I can't see the worship music. So maybe we need to start storing some lanterns in case there's not electric, then you can have that out. Okay, now go try to make breakfast without electric and water. And now you're starting to see, well, I can't use my toaster and I can't maybe use my stove and I can't use these other things. So then what you can do is say, what can I put in place? What can I have stored to be able to do these things if I don't have access to this water and electric? So what if you don't have access to water and electric, but you need to wash your dishes and you usually use the dishwasher? Do you have enough water stored or available to you that you can do those dishes? Do you have enough soap available? Do you have those lanterns still in case it's dark and you have to do dishes in the dark? So see, that's what we're doing. Our goal is to go through this entire process. And like I said, you can do this up to 3 solid days. And if you do that, you're going to get really nitty gritty and you're going to see all of these little intricacies each day. You're like, oh, I wish I could prepare for that. But you can do this in 15 minutes. You really can. You can make the list, you can write out all the details, and then go through your list as if you were doing an entire day in 15 minutes and just think about it and just say, okay, if I have to go to work and I need my laptop and Wi-Fi and pens and pencils and paper, and I don't have electricity and I don't have water, how am I going to accomplish those things? Now, here's the really positive thing about this. If it's a really, truly massive, massive event, some of these things probably won't be happening. Like we probably won't be going to work, right? Maybe we won't be having friends over, or maybe we won't be having school activities if lots of things are shut down. And then you can kind of take things off your list, but we're planning for the worst and hoping for the best. So we're going to plan out as if we don't have access to any of these things, and we still have to do our normal routine. And then if we don't have to do our normal routine, it's actually taking weight off of our shoulders instead of having to add anything onto our shoulders. Remember that we've talked about comfort over convenience. So here we're not looking just to make our lives easier, we're looking to have comfort. And reality is, no matter how convenient and easy something is, if it's not your normal routine, it's not going to feel comfortable. So when we're comfortable, we can think clearly. And so that's where we're going. We're trying to create comfort by maintaining our normal routine, and then preparing for if we don't have the modern conveniences to sustain that normal routine. All right, guys, I hope that was really helpful for you. I hope that gave you a good place to start. Like I said, this can be done in as short as 15 minutes and of course as long as several days of kind of making yourself uncomfortable to see to the extent of what you would need. But start with that 15 minutes. If you don't know where to go, start, and I think you'll quickly realize, oh yeah, I would be super uncomfortable without, and then you can start making a list and purchasing or preparing that way. All right, I hope you have a really, really blessed day. Bye.